Hi, Shannon O'Flaherty here. It's lovely to see you here tonight with me. And tonight I'm going to talk about work and how work affects all of your chakras. Because when our relationship with work isn't working for us for whatever that reason is, it could be affecting all sorts of different chakras. So if your relationship with work, for example, was about your income, that you're not feeling like you're getting enough income, then that would be, for example, affecting your root chakra, because that's all about survival and security and your abundance issues, right? Or if you felt like your job just really wasn't just the best job for you, or didn't really wasn't a really good reflection of who you are, that could be your second chakra, the core of who you are, right? Your identity. And say you were just having problems with your colleagues every day, or you really hated your boss, or you were just feeling like you were undervalued at work, that would be your solar plexus, because you weren't processing all of the information properly. Or say that you just hated your job, or you were so sad to go there every day, or the environment was really unsupportive, that could be your heart chakra. Or what if you weren't seen or heard in your work? There's your throat chakra, right? Your work is so much a part of you. We are that fight we had with our partner in the morning. We take that to work with us every single day. And so with each chakra, all of our chakras are affected all day long, right? With everything that we're doing, whether it's your work, whether it's your relationship, whether it's your health. But our work is such a huge part of our life, right? If you think of your life's pie, like one big slice of pie is your work, and we do it for most of our lives. And so a lot of people in this group seem to be unhappy in their work or fearful about their work. Maybe their work is going to end. So if you're fearing something that hasn't happened yet, first of all, that's a projection. So please, I encourage you to stop worrying about something that hasn't happened, because worry is really inviting in what you don't want to happen, right? And so you've heard people talk about being made redundant or being fired and freaking out because they think, oh, life is over. And then in retrospect, they realize that that was the best thing that ever happened, because then all of these other opportunities came in, or they had great ideas and they started their own business or whatever it was. So if you can try to reframe your thinking from doom and gloom, from the fear of everything, into the possibility of everything, right? Like on that vibrational scale, fear is pretty low and love is pretty high. And so finding your sacred heart. I talk a lot about our sacred heart. So finding the gift in every situation that we have. Now, sometimes it's really hard to find that gift because everything around us seems to be falling apart. And sometimes you might be scraping for crumbs to find that gift. But if you can find the good things about what you're doing every day, then you're going to feel better about that job. Okay, so a lot of people, when we spiral down, everything gets worse and worse, and we get ourselves into a real rut of only focusing on everything that isn't working out for us. So make a list. Lists are really, really good. Write down all of the good things about your job, all of the things that you really like, even little things like, I like my desk, I like the chair I sit in, I like the environment, I like the drive to work, I like the commute to work, and then write down all of the things that you don't like about it. And then write down the things that fuel you about your work. Like, what is it about your work that you feel passionate about? Are you making a difference in the world? And don't discount what kind of a difference you are making, right? Because even if you're in a factory creating something, all those little parts are feeding another bigger thing that's going to be serving something else. And so it's very important for humans to feel like we're serving, like we're making a difference in the world. So, what's your motivation for going to work? Most of us have a why, a big reason why we do that, right? So, most of our work stuff is going to be solar plexus, kind of chakra, how we process everything. But like I was saying earlier, it touches every single one of our chakras. And each one of our chakra holds a bunch of different limiting beliefs, subconscious limiting beliefs, these dark pixelated parts of ourselves that we've suppressed so that we could go through life and make good decisions and be happy and get a good job and reach our potential. But if you're in a fearful place, you're not reaching your potential. You're in a place of fear. And really, what we want to do working together is to find what these limiting beliefs are. And sometimes my students and clients are really surprised to find that their beliefs about work, their limiting beliefs about work, really don't have anything to do with work. They have something to do entirely differently, like maybe with their relationship with their father or something else. So many people go into careers to please other people. You've got to figure out what is your motivation. And so we look at all of these different limiting beliefs, and together we can move you from a place of fear around whatever it is that you're doing into a place of love around what it is that you're doing. And maybe that might be a realization of, well, actually, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to change careers or change direction. And so people get really afraid of that thought of, well, oh my God, what if I go into therapy and then I discover that I actually need to change? And so people freak out and don't do it. And that's what keeps people stuck in that uncomfortable comfort zone, because humans don't like change generally. But change can be a really wonderful thing. It's not always easy, but you can always look for the gift in every single situation. This can be about your relationship, because that touches every single piece of your life's pie, just as your work does, just as all of these different limiting beliefs. If you have beliefs about abundance, for example, or money or the lack of money, of course, that's going to touch every single slice of your life's pie, from your work to your relationship, to your health, to your fitness, to your relationships with your people, to your community, to where you can live, to your environment. It affects absolutely everything, as do our emotional beliefs too. So we're all completely interwoven with everything that we do. So whatever your fear is around your work, I've had a lot of people come to me over the years. One person was terribly afraid of public speaking, and she didn't have to stand up in front of hundreds every day at work, but even just at her company meeting, she couldn't get the words out. And so we did belief work with her, and turns out it was something that happened to her when she was 5 that had nothing to do with work at all. And once that piece was healed, then she could easily speak in front of others. One guy couldn't stand his boss because his boss reminded him so much of his father. And so he was projecting this father stuff onto his boss. You see how it works? It can be really, really enlightening. Sometimes my clients are like, wow, this doesn't even have anything to do with the piece that's holding me back in life. So the stuff that's annoying us on a day-to-day basis are really just the triggers of what's going on at a deeper level. And when we're triggered, when we're upset or challenged by something or angry about something, that in itself is a gift, because that's like ding, 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 hello. That's what you need to look at. And you're going to know that there's something underneath that that still hasn't been healed, which is why we keep coming back with the same patterns of behavior, of words, of thinking about things in the same way over and over and over. And it comes a time when really we need to break this chain, not just for ourselves, but for our ancestors, so that we can stop these familial patterns from repeating time and time and time again. And healing is fun. I mean, it's really, really fascinating to find out why we tick the way we do. But it's more fun when you can actually release these things and break your patterning and develop a new habit that's going to serve you better so that you can then be free of the old stuff. Then you're much lighter, and then you're much more available to think in a bigger and grander way. So all of these opportunities that are already in your sphere of energy that haven't quite come to you yet start to flood in. And I know it sounds kind of way out there, but it's really very logical and it's very simple. Um, so I really want to help you look at your blind spots to see what it is that you're missing. Because when you finally start to dig down a bit and unearth these hidden parts of yourself, it's not so scary to find out what you find out, because we're the only one who have created our life experiences anyway. And so it's just about finding out our misperceptions that most of us made when we were little kids, when we didn't have all of the facts. And so I've been in practice for 20 years, working one to one with people. I've had this online business for almost 3 years now. And it's such an empowering way forward to learn the tools that are going to help you release the things that are holding you back in life. And it's fun. I have a lot of fun with my students. It gets deep, it gets heavy, and we go deep, but we also really have a lot of laughter and a lot of love, because this is where I want to help everybody get, so that you can love yourself the most, so that you can be available the most for all of the people that you love while you're reaching your potential. So I would really love to hear from you if you're ready to finally do a deep dive into who you really are at the core and why you're not succeeding as well as you think you should be at this point in time in life, or what might be missing from your slice of your life's pie or from your whole life's pie, or why things aren't going the way that you want them to. If you're ready to finally take a deep dive in and look at your blind spots, then I'd really love to hear from you. So please book a mind shift call with me, and it would be really great to connect. And I hope you all have a wonderful evening. See you in the next video. Bye for now.